So I left you a situation where the sheet was a bit of a mess. So I went to the south view and I then trimmed down the level at 4000 and these things by moving these to suit to make it very local. So now if I went into a view onto the sheet and then dragged the south view in and let go, I get a much more sensible size structure. Double escape, you can see you've got something there which you can start to annotate. So I want to show you a few more views you can do. So we've got a model which has got a base plate and it's got just a column coming out of it. If we go on to say a view from above, or site level or level 0, scroll down here, we can see this base plate. So if we brought this level 0 onto the sheet, it would be huge. I'll just give you an example. So go into here, double click on that, and bring level 0 onto here and let go. Then you can't even see it's there because it's huge. So this is the size of the kind of A0 sheet size viewport, and you've got an A3 sheet. So you need to bring all those things within this level 0 down. So if we come back to here, so this here and these views need to be brought in. So you've got to be careful when you do this that you don't lose your elevations, because these are the symbols that actually bring the elevation. So you can pull these down individually, bring them closer. So you could highlight this and move it and bring it down. Bring it right down and make sure you've got the view there, and do the same with the other ones. You can move this from here and bring this in, and this one from there to here, and then the last one below. This one needs bringing, so that little one there wants moving. From there to there, you can tidy this up again when you get in. So if you do ZE again, of course you might be doing a small plan and have a viewport, but this is just bringing this. So here they are. Now when you click on these, it'll show you what it's doing. So it's along there, it's that length, and it's going as far as this line. So anything that's in the model in this area would come into the elevation, and something similar happens with a section. And this here, which is the view, that can now be brought right in as well, so that when we bring this onto a sheet, it makes sense. So I haven't done that very tidily, but I'll just give you an example. If I go to the sheet now, to the common base plate, and then bring the level 0 I did in, let's have a look. It was site that I did and not level 0. My mistake. So now you've got this is the view you've got here. This is 1 to 100. You're wanting it a much a different scale to that, so I need to go back onto site and change this scale, because this 1 to 100 is very small. These don't need to be visible. They could be outside the box, but if they were so far away you couldn't tell where they were, that doesn't help. So again, you can tidy this up so you end up just with a bigger this, and I think I've asked for 1 to 5 on that. So if you go onto site, you've got these little symbols at the bottom which shows whether you can see the crop region. So this is the region that's being cropped. So this is the one that you want to bring right down, that I did at a big scale, and what's bringing right down to just the base plate view. Obviously you'll have some beams on it as well, so you're not able to take it quite as tight as I'm doing. This is now the site. I've changed it to 1 in 5. If I went back to here, I've got the old site on there that I need to get rid of. If I now drag site in, I've got a much better scale. This is a bit bigger now, and I need to still trim that down to make this look sensible depending on the scales. This could come to 1 in 10 or whatever. And this here, if you look, you've got some things in here that you don't want to show, so you can actually select these and do temporary and hide some of these in the actual view if you want to. So you can edit some of these after the event. So you've got a viewport that you could delete. So I went back into level 0, tightened things up a little bit, and then there's a possibility of hiding the crop region here. So you've got the shop, this crop region that I reduce it down to. You can highlight that if you want to, and then hide that. So you can hide that element, and then it won't appear as a box on the drawing. So if you've got some boxes which you can see when you hover over them, you don't want those not to show on the print, then you can do that. So now I've ended up with the drawing. Obviously we need to fill in titles and things to make sense, but we've got something there. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you how to produce a schedule of components in here, or potentially on another sheet.